All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's go.
Now Lewis. Powers through, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's go.
Mariota to sneak it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Let's go. Keep it rolling.
Mariota hands to Henry, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs.
Let's go.
But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd down, Mariota. Forced out to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Let's go.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun, Mariota. Flush to his right. Caught right side, Davis. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. From the 2 now, second and goal. They get it to him running left. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first. And goal.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll sneak it with Mariota, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota taking it in, and the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll go again to McCoy. And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Allen now on first down. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here's McCoy. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his tight end, Clay. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay from 13 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mariota to sneak it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a 1st down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead, he said, forget it. Let's just get a 1st down and start a new set.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. 1st down, Mariota. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Let's go.
Mariota now on second down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Detroit!
So after the INT, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Brian Orakpo. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific as well. Robert Dr. Doom Brazil with the Houston Oilers, absolutely loved him as a player. And Jerry Kramer had to wait so long with the Green Bay Packers. For him to get in, I thought was terrific, and I can't wait for next year. First ballot eligible guys, Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed, and Champ Bailey. That's a strong class.
Another star-studded cast. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go. Keep it rolling.
On second down, here's Henry. Bust through the tackle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. Hey, boys, got four down. One.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville.
Let's go.
They begin with Henry, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Henry. And some room to work. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And going over the middle here to Curley. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
On defense, coaches always preach running to the football, getting there as fast as possible. On that play, the offense used their speed against them, ran the reverse, and hit them hard in the other direction.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run. This is Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because they've been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On the counter, it's Henry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a toss play to Lewis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, we got 4 now. Rush it.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, Allen on the move to his left. Looking downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Following the interception here, Mariota escaping the pressure right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, here's Allen. He'll let it go deep for Curley. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jeremy Curley, 32 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mariota now to throw on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander able to get him for a loss of about 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Off the toss, Lewis. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 78 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We've still got a good game going ahead of us. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. And speaking of Benjamin, Charles, he's a guy with a lot to prove. Made some headlines early in the preseason with some comments about former quarterback Cam Newton. But what do you see as his fit in Buffalo?
Well, I see it as a big-time fit because he'll be their #1 receiver. And you're talking about those comments about Cam Newton, and they had a little bit of a discussion before their preseason game. His coach, Sean McDermott, told Kelvin Benjamin, let's live in the present. So after the game, he ended up praising Nathan Peterman about his accuracy and how he threw the ball. So you can see Kelvin Benjamin truly wants to be a Buffalo Bill.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Try the end around. And alley to run. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Wesley Woodyard in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. So on 4th down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they got to have...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Adolphus Washington. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota on first down. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. To throw Mariota. Taylor. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Lewis. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Mariota. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Mariota now. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Suckup will put this one right through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the blitz coming, and down he goes. Benny Logan with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Allen going to throw. Curley's got it, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, Allen. It's caught, Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This give is to McCoy. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Allen to throw. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Again, it's McCoy. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Again, it's Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Allen to throw on second down. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
All right, here we go.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a... And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Going underneath for Lewis. So he got free at 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Kyle Williams, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey. 4 down. 1.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Tanner. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Here's Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, really bending too much.
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Second down, Mario to the right side, complete to Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. From the red zone now, Mariota flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mariota now on second down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
A give to McCoy. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This is McCoy. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it with McCoy. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. They'll run it over. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.